I remember the exact second my world fractured. The click of his car door, the smell of his cologne still lingering on my fingers. I'd been carrying a secret, a promise of life, and I had imagined the look on his face, joy, awe, something resembling love. Instead, I saw her. Close, familiar in a way I hated, the kind of closeness that erases years of trust in a heartbeat. I swallowed the scream. My body trembled, but my mind went cold, precise. Tears blurred my vision, but I forced them back. Breathing shallow, I turned away and walked home. Not to confront, not yet, to plan. I remember when we met. He laughed at my jokes, kissed my hair as if it were sacred. We had dreams, shared apartments, late-night talks, the kind of intimacy that makes betrayal cut deeper than knives. I loved him with a quiet ferocity I thought was mutual, and yet here he was, dissolving it all with a careless tongue and a borrowed desire. I started noticing the small things first. A phone screen that flipped too quickly. Laughter in corners that weren't meant for me. The late nights that smelled faintly of perfume that wasn't mine. I didn't react. I observed. I collected evidence. Screenshots, receipts, patterns. Every detail a piece of the puzzle I would wield against him. When I confronted him, I didn't cry, I didn't shout. I let him stumble over his lies. I watched the panic bloom in his eyes. That's when I knew control was mine. Emotion had no place here. Strategy did. I began to orchestrate my revenge with surgical precision. I contacted a lawyer I'd never thought I'd need. Financials, investments, our shared property, all quietly reorganized to ensure I had leverage. I reached out to mutual friends, letting rumors seep like poison in controlled, imperceptible doses. Each step calculated. Each move leaving him less able to cover the cracks in his life. I even started dating, carefully, just enough to sting, just enough to show him that the world didn't collapse because of his selfishness. He noticed, of course. Desperation tinged his voice in the few times we spoke. I let it. I watched him unravel quietly, from a distance that kept me safe. Then came the moment of confrontation, perfectly timed. A dinner he thought was casual. I arrived early, dressed simply, radiant without effort. The evidence in my pocket was subtle yet undeniable. Photos, bank statements, messages. I let him lead the conversation, confident that his arrogance would betray him. And it did. Every lie he told only tightened the noose. I watched his face pale as he realized how meticulously I'd built my case. "You think you can destroy me?" he asked, voice trembling, almost laughable in its weakness. "I'm not destroying you," I said, my tone calm, controlled. "I'm reclaiming what you tried to steal." The aftermath was silent and sweet. Divorce papers signed, assets divided, social humiliation that he never saw coming. I walked away with my dignity intact, my life reorganized, and yes, my pregnancy. A new life, untainted by his betrayal. Standing on my balcony afterward, feeling the city hum below, I let myself finally breathe. The anger that had burned so fiercely had served its purpose. I didn't gloat. I simply existed in the knowledge that justice, subtle and absolute, had been delivered. I am the architect of my own survival. He will remember, forever, the precision of my wrath, the quiet force of a woman who refused to be broken. And me? I stepped forward, lighter, stronger, unafraid. Betrayal tried to erase me. I turned it into proof that I could rise higher than he ever imagined.